it this time? You want to do the yo-yo-yos? You want to do it? Yo, 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 yo. Welcome to the 317 Sports Project with Penn and Pops. I am Penn.
I'm Pops.
What is going down, y'all? It is episode 62. 62 episodes, bro? The CFB Playoff Breakdown. CFP standing for College Football Playoff Breakdown episode. I'm going to tell y'all what, we have a doozy-ass episode for y'all. And we always say we have a doozy-ass episode because we just keep putting together fire-ass runs. But this one is one of the most researched episodes. You said that down very softly. This is one of the most researched episodes that we've ever done. So, we went in on this one, dog. This is just all college football, pretty much, y'all. So, what you got?
This is one that, almost like how I do NFL draft.
I thought the same thing.
Very similar. But we wanted to try something a little different. We've been kind of in a routine of very similar episodes.
No doubt.
And it was like, hey, you know what? We have college football playoffs. And Indiana sports is not fun. Professional sports is not fun to watch right now. So, hey, you know what?
They suck ass, bro.
Yeah.
They suck ass so bad.
I was like, let's just do a full CFP. We'll kind of break down some teams with you guys, kind of pick who we think could win it, who has the most odds, who could be a sleeper. We'll talk some betting. We'll just throw in some stuff. We're just going to have a general conversation with some stats to back it up.
My ninja. It is December 10th. This episode is going to drop Friday, the 13th, baby. How do you feel? Friday the 13th, do you have that superstition? Have you ever believed oh shit, it's Friday the 13th?
No, the only thing it makes me think of is Jason.
Do you like Jason?
I do like the Friday the 13th.
Who's your favorite scary person?
Freddy is probably the creepiest to me because it's I can't go to sleep.
My nigga. For sure.
I can run from Jason.
And Michael Myers, he just walks. He doesn't even run. Michael Myers just walks. I'm definitely outrunning Michael Myers.
Yeah.
But Freddy, nigga, I can't sleep.
Yeah, damn.
And the song.
Yeah.
Creepy. Stop.
Yeah.
Creepy. Besides Candyman 5 times, I ain't singing that damn Freddy Krueger song. That shit's crazy.
Who tries that?
White people.
Okay.
Mike checks. What's going on with you, bro? How you doing? White people, right?
Yeah, I can't.
How many black people that really went in that bathroom and does that?
Because what's the other one that you say in the mirror? Mary
Helter
something.
Mary Poppins, Mary
Miss Mary Mack. What the hell's her name?
Hail Mary. Is it Hail Mary?
Mary. Quite
Helen Keller. Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, whatever. I ain't saying Mary's name either.
I'm not saying that shit either. Yeah. I'm not saying
Bloody
that
Mary.
Shit. Bloody. Oh, look at
Bloody
you.
Mary.
Look at you.
Bloody Mary.
Aha. Yeah, don't say that shit either. Mike checks. How you doing?
I'm doing well. We got some great stuff going on career-wise. Had a second interview for a job that I interviewed. That was the 31st. It was before I went to jury duty. So 31st was my first interview. So second interview finally happened. I feel good about it. We'll find out here in the next couple weeks if I feel really great about it. Other than that, I'm rocking.
Oh, tell them about it.
Stay Another Day.
Tell them about it.
If you guys aren't following Stay Another Day on social media, especially TikTok, Stay Another Day is on the back of this has 99 reasons why you should stay alive and not take your own life. So it's very, very important to me. So I saw that pop up and I was like, I absolutely want to support Stay Another Day. Hopefully working with the people in that one to see if we can kind of talk about a mental health episode and see what that looks like. So Stay Another Day, support that. Mental health awareness, as always, that's what I do.
I love everything about that. I'm great. Clean Kicks did $550 total last December. December's a very slow month for us because it's the end of the year. We have done $800 already this month.
Yeah, and it's the 10th.
That's not bad.
Is it the 10th?
That's the 10th.
It's the 10th.
That's growth.
That is what that is.
That's growth.
Growth.
We'll take that. Yeah. So that's where I am.
It's not gross.
It's definitely not. Or is it gross? We do this. Yeah. We entendre. I don't even know if that could have been a triple. That was a lot of entendres in there.
That was a lot.
Show me some Mary. What's on dick?
Well, like we said, college football. Playoffs, breakdown.
Playoffs?
We're going to talk
about...
What
the fuck else really matters right now anyway? Let's be real, dog.
Yeah, I don't care about anything at the moment. I don't. It's so hard for me, for you all, to like pay attention to Indiana sports, professional sports, Pacers, Colts. It's everything in me to turn it on and keep it on,
so we can keep delivering these damn episodes and still have something to talk about.
Because even the wife was like, "I thought you weren't watching them anymore." It's like, well, I keep forgetting. I kind of have to.
It's a fact. It's what we do. We chose this life.
Like I kind of have to.
We chose this life.
So it's yeah. So yeah, but we're taking a little break. We're going to do fully college football playoff special edition episode 62. It's going to be fun.
Can't wait. Shout outs to all the research teams out there for these wonderful broadcasters who get on television, on their podcasts or sports radio, etc., and do what they do. This was one of the most researched episodes that I personally have ever done for a show. I loved it all, but it made me realize how much you people are truly doing out there. So big ups to all of the wonderful research teams. You guys are absolutely killing this shit.
Yeah.
What you got?
So had a conversation. I'm going to do a question of the day.
Oh, question of the day.
We're
bringing those back.
Yeah, before we go into our first break, we're going to do question of the day.
Okay.
Got into a debate about which sport has the greatest athletes.
Oh, they like to go play another sport?
Greatest athletes. Which sport gives, not necessarily go play another sport, which one has the greatest athletes?
Like one sport? Probably.
One sport.
That's really not a fair question because football has so many players on the field. You know what I'm saying? Like, probably football.
Okay. Then we broke that down. Do we mix and match being athletic and being skilled? Because I think those two can be separate.
Yeah, because Larry Bird was skilled, but he wasn't athletic.
Right. So one of the guys at work was like, no, basketball has the greatest athletes. And I was like, no, I can think of quite a few that I wouldn't call athletic.
I don't think Luka is not athletic.
I don't think of Jokic as athletic.
He was the first one I thought,
skilled,
like, for sure.
Very skilled.
For sure. Like David Robinson, like Tim Duncan is not super athletic.
So I'm actually surprised you didn't go to your home base.
Oh, I didn't think that was allowed. I didn't think I was allowed.
You're allowed to go to whatever sport.
Oh, track and field, no question about it.
Thank you.
No question about it. I thought you meant like professional sports. Oh, track athletes, they're called track athletes.
So that's why I kind of go, I went swimming and track.
No doubt about it.
Those were my two
I thought you meant like NBA, NHL, blah, blah, blah. Because I first thought track by far.
Yeah, because then because me and my buddy Brian at work, shout out Brian, we talked about then the skilled students, like golf is a skill sport.
Thank you.
Right? Like,
thank you.
Yes, there's more athletes now thanks to Tiger.
Yeah. John Daly is not an athlete.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? Cut that shit out.
Yeah.
We're not doing
that.
that.
It's like wrestling. You can be a little bit of both, but there is a lot of skill. Like a dude that's just athletic going against an athletic skilled wrestler, you're going to get beat because that guy
every single time because he's athletic for sure. Right. He's both.
Right. So like there's that mix and match where it's like, no, basketball. He's like, no, dude, it's the best athletes out of bat. I'm like, no.
Track and field all day.
I would have given you football because, especially in college football, there's literally a position that just says athlete. No doubt. They don't know where to put them.
And a lot of them niggas ran track. To be honest with you, like wide receivers, DBs, kick returners, like a lot of them linebackers, like a lot of them niggas ran track. Like
correct.
For real, running backs, they all ran track.
Yes.
So
that's why I was like, I told him, I guarantee you, my brother's going to go to track and field.
No doubt. Yes. I just didn't know that was a conversation we were allowed to have. But yes, track and field athletes, no question about it.
Yes. Okay.
Good question. Good call.
Quick break.
We'll be back. That was a really fucking good question. 317 Sports Project, about to kick off college football playoff breakdown. About to be a good episode, y'all. See you in a sec.
We're brothers, we're happy and we're singing and we're colored. Give me a high five.
Welcome back to the 317 Sports Project. We are presented by Pinnacle Professional Coaching, one of our two sponsors. Are you feeling stuck? Are you at a fork in a road and you just can't pick a direction? Stop laughing. Reach out to Pinnacle. Shit. Welcome back to the 317 Sports Project. We are Prince's in. Hold on. Man, that's crazy. Hold on. Don't make me laugh. Hold on. All right. Welcome back to the 317 Sports Project. We are presented by Pinnacle Professional Coaching. Are you feeling stuck? Are you at a fork in the road and you just can't pick a direction? Reach out to Pinnacle Pro Coaching. We specialize in transitions, mindfulness, and self-love. Schedule a 45-minute consultation and start to unlock your full potential today.
That was one of the fucking funniest transitions.
Man, the hell? I thought I forgot to I thought I deleted it. I was like, shit, I don't remember my line.
Oh my God. That's us, y'all. Y'all think that we don't do this shit live for real? He said, pickle.
Pickle.
You ever laugh so hard your chest burns? Like I thought I was going to throw up. Oh my goodness gracious, y'all. All right.
Before we get into...
Oh, shit, let's go. My bad. Let's go. No, you go.
Before we get into the breakdown, and I'm going to we kind of broke this down a little bit. 12-game playoff. It's our first year with the 12-game playoff, so which is obviously expanded from our
12-team playoff.
12, I said game, yeah, 12-team playoff. I apologize.
It's okay.
Thoughts on the 12-team. I wanted to kind of talk about the expansion, what we think of now that we see how they're doing it for the first time.
I wasn't excited till I saw the bracket.
Okay.
When I saw the bracket, I was like, all right, this shit's finna be fire.
Do you... Obviously, we haven't seen the play start, right? We haven't seen it unfold. Just looking at how they did seedings for 12 teams, would you tweak anything?
Do we have the bracket somewhere? Do we have the bracket readily available for our eyes or anywhere? Really,
Google.
Really quickly. Look that up real fast. He said there's Google on your new iPad. Let me see this, please. I mean, this is what I will say. I will say that the bracket may not be quote unquote perfect, but I think you have to also take into consideration what are games people want to see most.
Okay.
I think they will always do that as well. You know what I mean? Could you probably tweak some things here or there, whatever the case may be? Yeah, but you want a Big Ten SEC matchup there. You know what I'm saying? Notre Dame, Alabama.
And that's actually not even right.
Yes, it is
that's
right.
That's not updated.
Tennessee's not playing Oklahoma? Or
Penn State's not playing Arizona State.
Oh, no, that's not updated.
That's not updated. Either way.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Arizona State won the Big 12. They should get a bye. That's just
and I think
that's just what that is. So we'll talk about it. But no, I didn't look at that and be like, I think that's wrong.
Well, I want to play this. So Todd McShay posted something about the post or how they have it going on. And I'll play that a little bit and kind of see if we agree or don't agree.
Okay.
The top of the top 4 conference champions claiming the top 4 seeds. Yeah, that's a joke. I get it. On paper, months ago when this was all decided, it sounded like let's reward those conferences. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. I agree.
Huh.
It's crazy. Oregon should be the 1. Texas should be the 2 seed. Penn State should be the 3 seed. Notre Dame should be the 4 seed.
What?
The seeding was done today. The top 4 teams in the rankings should be the top 4 seeds. So Boise State is getting a bye. SMU's getting a bye.
And that's old because SMU didn't.
I was gonna say that didn't. That's not how that happened. I hear his argument, but I don't agree.
Okay.
I don't all the way agree.
Okay. Got rid of the.
Yeah, I can't say that I all the way co-sign everything that he said, but I understand his sentiment for sure.
That was nice.
Those bars. We do that. We do this.
All right. So now I'm going to actually pass it on over to Penn. He's going to break down. We broke this down a little bit as we were like, okay, I don't want to just do the whole thing.
Hell
blah, 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 blah.
It's a lot.
We did top part of the bracket, bottom part of the bracket. So we're going to break down them. He's going to break down the first top part of the bracket, starting with Clemson and Texas.
Number 12, Clemson taking on number 5, Texas. When I looked, I don't know if this is still a thing, but Texas was favored by 10.5. That could have.
That's right. I'm pretty sure that's right.
That could have moved up or down a little bit, give or take. As the game moves closer, we will see. Texas at 11-2. They're a great football team, bro. You know, Steve Sarkisian has brought them back.
Yeah.
They're in their 4th year. They went 12-2 last year, lost the Sugar Bowl to Washington. They went 11-2 this year. Are they ready for a run? I mean, both of their losses this year have been to one team. They lost to Georgia twice. Sark got the extension through 2030. I think they just gave him an extension through 2030. And college football is better when Texas is good. Let's just call it what it is. Like it's just better when USC is good, when Texas is good. It's just some teams that it's just better when they're good. So, breaking down their defense a little bit, they're giving up 250 yards per game, which is top 5, number 3 in the country. 250 yards per game, 12.5 points per game, 143 passing yards, 107 rushing yards. You know, their stats are great. 38 sacks per game. Anthony Hill, their linebacker, is 90 tackles. They have a DB who has 5 interceptions. They're strong. They play fast. Pete Kwiatkowski, their defensive coordinator, he's got them down there playing great football and at the right time. You know, you got Quinn Ewers on defense. Ewers, 25 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. I don't trust him personally. I don't trust Ewers to go into the rest of. They may get through this game, but I don't know that I trust Ewers to go win me a national championship.
Okay.
As we get into, you know, who our picks will be, I will tell you, I don't know that I trust him compared to other quarterbacks under the helm to go win 4 football games, 5 football games in a row, whatever it would take.
I'll let you go ahead.
No, what were you going to say?
I kind of feel the same thing about Texas in general in big games. Not to the extent that I feel about Penn State, which I'll talk about later, but like Texas in big games, whether it's mistakes, turnovers, missed balls thrown, dropped balls by wide receivers, there's some lack of attention to detail that I've seen with Texas in some big moments that go, okay, does the spotlight get a little too bright for him?
Preach that gospel, my dog. That's very well said. Arch Manning's waiting in the wings, like I was going to say, and they got a great wide receiver, Matthew Golden, who's got 738 yards, 8 touchdowns, but they rushed by committee. They got 3 guys that have 400 yards basically or more. There's 863, 565, and another guy who has almost 400. So they rushed by committee, which is not a bad thing. We'll see what happens when they take on Clemson. They don't impress me. 10-3 Clemson in this game. Lost to Georgia, lost to South Carolina, both ranked teams. They also lost to Louisville. And Dabo just won't adjust to the new NCAA, bro. No transfer portal for them, and they'll probably get ousted. And this one game could be pretty bad. If Texas is going to blow somebody out, they're going to go and they're going to mess around. They're going to blow out Clemson.
Yeah.
You got any input on that? Offensively, their quarterback's thrown for over 3,000 yards, 33 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. He takes care of the ball. He's up 500 yards from last year. They are receivers by committee. They have 5 players with 25 catches who all average at least 10 yards per reception.
That's great.
That's crazy. Phil Maffa, their senior running back, has over 1,100 yards, 8 touchdowns, 5 yards per carry. So their offensive numbers sound good. You know, they sound good, but can they do that versus top tier teams? Because Texas ain't going to be in there messing around. So
when you have Texas having, you know, number 1 in passing yards per game at 143, obviously their CBs are going to be ready to go.
And the congregation said amen.
Where'd you see that?
Where'd you see that?
I just went up. You wrote it.
Oh, my bad. That's I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Way to pay attention, dog. Way to pay attention. I'm like, damn, that's a good stat. I feel like I said that earlier. What were you saying? No, finish off.
Obviously, something's got to break there, and then I go to the team that's been in the situation more often, right? At least as of recent and as of late. Yeah, Clemson's had some decent teams in the
2013, 2012,
right,
2013, a decade ago.
Well, like Texas
that's fine.
Yeah, but Texas has been here the last few years and getting better. I'm gonna go with Texas defense in their secondary playing and only, allowing 143 yards per game right now over, a junior quarterback at this moment in Clemson that had a good for you. You've already had
Stat-wise, he balled out.
You've had a great season so far, but I think that's going to come to a head. Clemson would have to get out to an early start and surprise Texas, and I just don't know that Sarkisian's going to have them ready to play.
He's a better coach right now than Dabo.
Correct.
I didn't even think about that, but he really is. Where was I? So yes, they've done it against App State, NC State, Virginia, Citadel, and they barely beat Pittsburgh. So I just don't see it happening. This is crazy for me when I saw this. They are not in the top 30 in any defensive category. That is not Clemson football.
Correct. Yeah, that's actually what they were known for years was their defensive side of the ball, not their offensive side of the ball. They had skilled players on the offensive side of the ball, but their defense was giving quite a lot of draft picks and draft capital there for a while. Out of are they ACC?
They are ACC.
Yeah, so
I don't know now. They could be anything now, but they are shit.
Big Sky.
QVC.
I don't know where
like, what the fuck conference are these niggas in? out of the QVC conference. 60 penalty yards per game. That's way too many. That's going to get them in trouble. TJ Parker does have 11 sacks, and Khalil Barnes has 4 interceptions. Again, they have some wins, but I don't see them going down to Austin and leaving there with a W. It's going to be a lot of orange on that field, though.
38 sacks in 3 games for Texas
That's 3 a game, bro.
3 a game, and I mean, obviously Clemson's to have a QB that's producing that type of yardage and those touchdowns and only 5 interceptions is great. They have to have a decent offensive line, but have they facing a defensive line and a defensive linebacking core?
They coming,
like Texas Longhorns. I don't know.
They
I just don't think that they have the firepower to do so.
So we're picking Texas.
Texas for sure.
Snarf. Moving on. Tennessee, number 9. At number 8, Ohio State. Ohio State is currently favored by 7.5 points. I don't know that that's going to stay that way, but that's where they are now. Ohio State, bro, they're coming off their 4th straight loss to Michigan. Tons of questions to be answered. Ryan Day, is this his last season? He is 66-10, and I'm not impressed. He's 2-4 in bowl games. He's 1-3 in CFP play. He is 3-6 versus top 4 teams, and he is 1-4 versus Michigan. I'm going to say that again? I'm going to say that again. He is 2-4 in bowl games. He is 1-3 in CFP play. He is 3-6 versus top 5 teams, and he is 1-4 versus Michigan. That is horrible. Are they a soft team still? This will be a huge gut check coming off their 4th loss to that team up north. No long break waiting for the bowl game. Usually you got that month in between to we're hard, we're tough, we can do this. You got 2 weeks. Coach them up, my nigga. That's just really what it's going to be. Try to prove that they were a hard-nosed, tough team, and it backfired. They did not utilize their wide receivers. But what I can say is they've lost 2 games this season by a total of 4 points.
Yeah.
They lost to Oregon by 1. They lost to Michigan by a field goal. And people are like, this is the worst team in the world. So we'll see. Defense ranks number 1 in a lot of categories. Points per game, yards per game, red zone. But those numbers don't impress me. It's all about gameplay. They have a great front force, great front 7, as we've always talked about. Defensive line linebackers are top tier. They're going to definitely get pressure on that ball. But our DBs are straight trash, bro. Oh, my God.
Sorry, picture.
Can you focus?
Yeah, my bad. What were we talking about? Oh, were we recording? My bad.
Our DBs are straight trash.
Really bad.
I don't trust Iggy one
really
bit.
bad.
He is so bad. Our offense, Chip Kelly, do your job, man. It's really, really simple to me. We have amazing receivers. We have top-tier running backs. Read the defense. If they're loading the box, use your receivers. It's that simple. Smith, Egbuka, Tate, get on the ball. If they want to make it easier for us to run, give the ball to Jenkins and Henderson over and over. It's not that difficult. Lose the ego. That's what I said in here. Stat-wise, 34 points per game, over 400 yards per game. So what? Will Howard, his stats are fine. 27 touchdowns, 8 picks. Protect the football, bro. It's really that simple.
Yeah, because 8 picks is a little much. It's right on the edge.
It's more. It's
right. It's like
4 to 7.
Correct. That's really what you're looking for, especially as a college quarterback, right? So
because you're not really throwing like
because
that.
It's not necessarily the amount, but what some of the picks looked like that bother me more.
Ooh.
In the situations that the ball was thrown. So that's the stuff. I think Will Howard's a pretty decent quarterback.
Is he an NFL quarterback?
No. Are you asking starting quarterback or in general?
Is he an NFL quarterback? Is he Matt Castle? Is he Matt Castle?
Yeah, he will be, but will he play? I don't know if that's the case. Like, somebody would give Will Howard a decent.
You think so?
I'd give him a backup. I mean, there's 7 rounds. Somebody would draft, somebody. Even if you started on a practice squad at some point, somebody would be like, we'll promote you and put you as the 3rd string. You know what I mean? Like,
you're right.
Most of these teams carry 3 quarterbacks.
You're right.
So
he'll get a check. He's gonna get a check.
I just don't. Ryan Day coaches like somebody who is insecure, and that's what I see. Like,
Look at Britt.
Right.
Do I like Ryan Day, baby?
You love him.
I love him. Fucking geeker.
when you take things so personal, like when Michigan took over as far as being the most physical in the Big Ten. No, we can do it too. We can run the ball, and we're going to run the ball until we prove to them. You guys are the best at recruiting wide receivers
maybe
right now.
in the history of college football.
And you won't utilize that talent because you want to try to prove a point that you are a physical team. So when I go back to that Michigan game, an unranked Michigan team beating you 13-10,
they beat you at at their game.
You decided to play our game.
Fact.
Like it take the NBA, and it's like this team will try to make you play half court basketball instead of letting you play in transition. You played to what we wanted you to run down the middle towards Graham. Like, why'd you keep doing it?
You did exactly what they asked you to do.
We had no CBs.
None. They had DBs out. You know what I'm saying? They had DBs out.
He coaches like somebody who's really insecure and can't take that kind of pressure at the same time. I just don't think he's a very great. He's a decent coordinator. I just don't think of him as a great head coach.
Couldn't agree more. Moving on to Tennessee. Will Howard, don't turn the ball over. Moving on to Tennessee. Josh Heupel has turned it around there. 11 wins in 22, 9 wins in 23. They have a 10-2 record this year. Losses to Arkansas and Georgia, both on the road. That shoe's going to be loud, bro. The shoe is going to be banging. They've never had a playoff game there. They never had a game there after the Michigan game. This will be the first time the shoe is going to be crowded in December. It's going to be live in that bitch.
Yeah.
It's going to be absolutely live in that bitch. Big win versus Alabama. The rest of their schedule was very light. Defensively, they rank 4th in points per game at 14.9, giving up just 102 rushing yards per game, giving up 102 rushing yards per game, which tells me Jenkins and Henderson could have a big game if Chip Kelly gives them the ball and allows them to do so. Giving up just 181 yards per game passing. Offensively, they've given up 24 sacks this season. That's 2 per game. And you know that front 7 of ours likes to get busy. So we'll see what happens there. And they're all about rushing that ball. Dylan Sampson has over 1,500 yards, 22 touchdowns. And the next he has 256 carries, and the next running back has just over 65 carries. So that's 5 times the carries almost that anybody else is getting. And they have a freshman quarterback, Nico. I don't know how to say his name, so I'm just going to play and say Amaliva.
I like Amaliva. Yeah.
Nico Amaliva. That's what you do when you find out your girl is cheating. Hey, nigga, what you going to do?
Amaliva. Oh, my God. Nico, what you gonna do?
I'm a leaver. You stay and fuck no, nigga. I'm a leaver. How will he handle this shoe? 2,512 passing yards, 19 touchdowns, 5 picks, 8 yards per pass. Doesn't really impress me, but again, he's a freshman. They're going to rely on that running game to see if they can get it done. We stop the run, we can get it done. That's a bar. You're welcome. You should use that, Ryan Day. We stop the run, we can get it done. They've played some big games in big stadiums this season, but like I just said, I do not trust Ryan Day or Chip Kelly. I trust the players, but not the coaching. OSU wants Oregon, and a win could give them that shot right back in Eugene, but we'll see. Go Bucks. Quarterfinals, the teams that have a bye. Arizona State at 11-2 gets the winner of Texas and Cleveland. I said Cleveland. Texas and Cleveland.
I was like, Cleveland? Hold on. Does Cleveland just have a college football team? Like, we represent the whole state. Like Akron Zips? No. Cleveland. Cleveland.
Oh my God, you are such a dick. Clemson gets the winner of them. Kenny Dillingham, first alumni to be the head coach from Arizona. I love that. This is why I want an OSU guy. They went 3-9 last season, 11-2 this year. Homie won Big 12 Coach of the Year. Big ups to you, bro. Losses to Texas Tech and Cincinnati, but they won 6 games in a row, including 3 versus top 20 teams, Kansas State, BYU, and Iowa State. They're having a great season so far, bro, and they're literally playing with house money. They have nothing to lose. Big 12 champion, and them homies are like, fuck it. Fuck it. Similar to Tennessee and Clemson offensively in some capacity, they have a freshman quarterback who threw for over 2,500 yards, 24 touchdowns, 5 picks, great numbers, and a senior running back who they will rely on, Sam Scatebo, has over 1,500 rushing yards and 19 touchdowns. But they also are kind of receiver by committee, 4 receivers with practically 20 catches and over 300 yards.
Yeah.
Defensively, they have 5 players with 2 interceptions. They have 1 player with 3 interceptions and 5 players with 2 picks, 1 player with 3 picks, and 4 other players with at least 1 interception. They are ball hawks.
Yeah.
As far as rushing the ball, there's really not anybody out there sacking. I think they have 1 player that had 3.5 sacks, so they're probably not going to put much pressure on the ball, but their DBs, linebackers, and safeties are absolute ball hawks. So we'll see what they do in that bye after, who are they playing? Texas versus Cleveland. They got the Texas-Clemson game. And then, bro, you got the Ducks, man. The Oregon Ducks. They get the winner of Tennessee versus Ohio State. The Big Ten champion game, Big Ten regular season champion, Big Ten championship champion, their first year in the conference structure. They said, fuck your Big Ten. Flat out. Fuck your Big Ten. They beat everybody. 3 close games this year, Boise State, Ohio State, Penn State. Dan Lanning. This brother straight up wins, dog.
Yeah.
35-5 as a head coach.
It's great.
10-3, 2022. Won his Holiday Bowl. 2023, they went 12-2, won the Fiesta Bowl. 2024, beat everybody, 13-0. Top 5 teams, OSU and Penn State. He's lost 1 game since October 21st of 2023.
Yeah, I think good for the Big Ten, but the one thing that, again, it's like Oregon became one of those teams that
just ran shit.
Well, you want to see them be good because for the I always
are they one of those?
To me, I'm like, if your jerseys, you got that many selections, you got to be good at football. You can't have that many color schemes and be shit at football.
Their color waves have been fire since Marcus Mariota. Nigga,
they were
color
the first
waves
with Nike to have a deal where it's like, hey, what special colors do you, and every color, every option of every green,
every color, light green,
yellows,
straight up,
highlighter, yellow,
straight,
all of that.
highlighter.
Yeah, you can't do that and then be not great. That's a waste of money.
It's true. And a waste of fire ass uniforms.
Yeah, that's just you look great, but you suck. You can't be that. So I'm happy that they're at least relevant, kind of again, and obviously very relevant because they're the best team right now.
The thing for them that's dope is all of their team leaders are upperclassmen. All of their stat leaders are upperclassmen. Their quarterback is a junior. Their top wide receiver is a junior or senior. Their running back is a junior or senior. They've got a lot of leadership lots of leadership in the locker room. They're loaded at every position. They're well coached. They have a defensive end named Matayo, something name. He sounded Hawaiian, who has 10.5 sacks. He's a sophomore. He has 2 forced fumbles. He has a pick this year. He's an absolute menace. What do you say, bro? They beat everybody. Can they beat OSU again? Fuck yeah. They ain't worried about Ohio State coming back to Eugene again.
They just saw them lose to Michigan. They're
they're literally laughing at the chance to beat them again, and they definitely ain't scared of Tennessee at all. So what I will say, though, is running the table will be very tough.
Yeah.
They didn't lose a game this year. So it'll take 16 or 17 wins to win it all this year.
Yeah.
That will be a very difficult task. And if they do that, they're the baddest fucking team in the country.
Well, what you do, just like NCAA bracket, right? When you expand this, when you're adding teams, you're playing teams that you would have never, ever played. So yes, there's game film, but it's different when you're live and in the moment and what they're good at, what their specialties are, how the coaches prep, how they do halftime adjustments. All of those things become a factor. What the weather's like if you've never played in the weather. All of those things.
Special teams will matter a lot more in these playoff games than people think.
Absolutely.
They will. Weather, climate, special teams, fumbles in the snow, all of that shit will matter a lot more. Odds are against Oregon to get it done. Like I said, it'll take 16-0 to do it. Odds are against them, but it wouldn't surprise me one bit.
Yeah.
We'll talk about our picks in a little bit.
Yep,
How'd I do? How was that?
That was great, man.
Was that not bad?
That was really good.
You want to take a break?
We're going to take a quick break.
We need to take a quick break.
Yeah.
We'll take a quick break, and then we're going to break down the bottom of the bracket, and Pops is going to get busy. 317 Sports Project. We'll be back in a minute. How long was that? 25?
We're brothers, we're happy and we're singing and we're colored. Give me a high five.
We are back to 317 Sports Project with Pen and Pops. And for those of you who are just now checking in, as you go back, I just did the top of the bracket. This is the College Football Playoff Breakdown edition. I just did the top of the bracket, the first 6 teams. I'm going to pass it off to my boy to the right of me, to the left of y'all, and he's going to break down the bottom of the bracket in their 6 teams. You ready to go, Pops?
Let's do this.
Give it to him.
All right, first round, we got the bottom of the bracket. We got number 11 SMU at 6 Penn State. Penn State right now is favored at 8.5 points in this game.
Wow.
I'm going to talk about Penn State first. Basically, I think everyone in this room, the nation, the world is asking this question: can James Franklin win a big one? Can he win a big game? This will be a question in everyone's mind. Franklin is 1-15 against top 5 teams since he has been there.
Say that again.
1-15 against top 5 teams since he's been there.
How the fuck you still have a job? That's a real question. No, that's a real question. That was not for the show. That was not semantics. That is a real inquiry. Because nobody else wants to go there? Is that what it is?
I think so.
Is that it?
Yeah. You're getting the recruits. You're
winning 10 a year.
You're winning 10 a year. You're competitive in most games. Because again, like, it's not like he's getting blown out in all of those. A lot of those are very close games.
I mean, the Big Ten Championship was a very close game.
Correct.
Like a very good football game. Could have won anyway.
Yeah.
For sure.
So, but again, it's like
1-15.
1-15. Like, that's not good.
1-15.
I've seen people get fired over a lot less than that.
Thank you.
That's the thing. Had a good push in the Big Ten Championship game, but had no answer for Dylan Gabriel's offense. Penn State has one of the most talented defenses in the country, but dropped in national rank from 4 to 8 in scoring defense. This drop happened. They allowed 45 points and 469 passing yards, or total yards, against Oregon. Penn State must take advantage of a Dallas team coming to this side of the country, as weather looks to be a high of it's a high of 32 on the day that they play, which means it's probably going to be more so like the 15 to 25, somewhere in there.
SMU ain't ready for that.
That's a little bit different. That's a little bit different. And I'll talk about why. We're going to talk about the defensive side of the ball for Penn State first. Even though they allowed the points by Oregon, this is a defense that has only allowed 16.4 points per game and are the 6th in yards allowed per game at 282.1. Have to get pressure on the QB and make their offense uncomfortable. Hit them hard, make them feel the cold ground, and wear them out. That's going to be the biggest thing.
Facts.
Right. Defensive line has to get pressure on the quarterback, making them uncomfortable. You have to make them feel everything out there on the field, and not in a weird way, just in general. And
it's going to be live in there. I mean, it's going to be live. We're talking about 110, 112 thou. SMU ain't ready for that either.
This is Penn State.
Out.
We know what Penn State's student section, their fandom does in their stadium. This is their first college football playoff appearance.
This is their first game that matters there in a really long time.
Really, really long time.
Just being honest.
Like, this is huge for them.
I'm just being honest.
And honestly, this will be very telling of what Penn State feels about James Franklin, because if this is like, okay, we finally got you there, we had to extend the playoffs to get you in.
But we got you in.
Don't fumble. No pun intended.
Well said.
All right. Offense have averaged 463.2 yards per game since failing to score an offensive touchdown against OSU. The running game has come along as well, rushing for over 200 yards 4 times with 15 TDs. Play action has to be established to get Drew Aller going in the passing offense. Get Tyler Warren, the senior tight end, going early in the offense. He has 88 receptions, 1,062 yards, and 6 touchdowns. He's incredible.
He balls.
Like he balls. And you got to remember him out. He's your biggest weapon. You got to use him in the passing game. But to be able to open that, you got to be able to get that running game going and get that established pretty early. And that's that part on the offensive side of the ball. Get the defense worn down on SMU, run up the gut, get them hurting.
I'm excited to hear what SMU is like on offense and defense because I don't know much about them. So I'm excited what you put in here. So
we got Dallas team SMU. We're going to break that down. Since Kevin Jennings took over the QB after loss to BYU, the Mustangs are 9-1. He's not only making an impact with his arms, but has added 379 rushing yards, 5 scores on 4.1 yards per carry. SMU's 506 carries ranks 17 nationally, and the 29 rushing TDs is tied for 17th as well. Great balanced attack.
Nice.
Great balanced attack.
Nice.
Defensive side, SMU has made 15 interceptions this year, which is to have them tied for 13th nationally, but has allowed multiple touchdowns in 6 games. 4 touchdowns allowed with no INTs against Clemson. We saw that happen. Offensively, great offensive line, which has allowed Jennings to flourish in the passing game, although they haven't faced a defense like Penn State's. They just haven't.
They haven't.
They have not. The running game will have to be established and at least a little bit to allow play action to be effective, just like the other side of the ball. It's kind of funny how that works on how football works, right? Score as many points as you can to take advantage of your possessions. You cannot lose the turnover game.
If you get in the red zone, you have to score.
Have to score.
If you get in the red zone, you have to score.
If you get into a field goal type thing where you're just doing that one, that's not going to work because you have probably one of the more explosive Penn State offenses that we've seen a little bit as far as balanced attack goes.
Okay. That's fair.
Right? Like
that's fair.
It's like
for Penn State.
For Penn State. That's what I'm saying. For Penn State. Like for Penn State. I'm not saying in college football for Penn State. Penn State's has been a Michigan wannabe as far as what they've wanted to do offensively and run the ball, and you can do play action a little bit. They just haven't had the talent to really make it actually be well established or coaching. You got the FF, the Franklin factor.
Wow, bro. Did you just freestyle that? I'm like, fucking fantastic. Ferrets and Ferris. Freestyle and fanatics.
The Franklin factor.
Fuck. That was so good. That's not in here. I was like, is that a stat? The PFF? Like, what the fuck is the FF? Yup. That is very well done.
I will say this. My pick is Penn State in this game.
Wow.
But I'm not opposed to taking SMU in this game with what did I say? 8.5 points?
You said 8.5. I think SMU might do it, bro.
SMU has every opportunity to take,
and they're not afraid. I think they might do it because there's gonna be an upset somewhere. You're not just gonna see You're not gonna see 1, 2, 3, 4 at the end of this bitch.
Yeah, this is like SMU. And my buddy Joel, and he's gonna love this. The other thing about SMU, when we talked about who to watch out for, and we were trying to get my buddy Joel from work on today, I couldn't get the device working. We'll get him on another episode once I get everything established. He knows football very, very well. I love talking football with him. SMU was his dark horse all season. We talked about it at the beginning of the year. They had I think they were second in NCAA, somewhere like top 5 in NCAA as far as returning seniors to their team as well.
So they got some upperclassmen.
Correct.
They ain't gonna be scared.
That's
that shit you don't know, what people don't know about, bro, for sure.
He was really high up on SMU. I wanted to get him on here so he could just talk about his team and what he knew about SMU because he picked them very, 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 very early. But yes, I think it's a high possibility. I know he's probably taking them to either cover the points or win this game because of the FF.
I know what that means now.
Franklin
factor. All right,
let's talk about number 10 Indiana at number 7 Notre Dame. Notre Dame is favored at 7.5 points in this game.
Take that.
Take it.
Take that.
Take that. No, we can't do that anymore.
We do better not. I know where you were going. And you not on
saw how quickly I stopped, right?
He did.
Everyone saw how quickly
Like,
I stopped.
shit.
Oh no, can't do that
They
anymore.
changed everything. They fucking up everything,
damn it,
bro.
Man. Shit. Damn it.
That's exactly.
So annoying. Now I got to learn new things.
That are going to be his fucking fire.
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right. Notre Dame, let's talk about it. Marcus Freeman, third full season since helming the program. This is his first playoff appearance and his 30-9 overall record in his 3 seasons. Has had decent defense, but well-balanced offensive attack. This is one of the better Notre Dame teams that we've seen. I mean, obviously, he's coached great Notre Dame teams in the 3 seasons he's been there.
He can coach.
He can coach. I love Marcus Freeman. I think he should honestly be considered for the OSU job.
And the congregation said Nima, which is amen backwards, nigga. Bring his ass. Bring his ass.
He should be considered. I think he's got a great program going over there in Notre Dame. I don't know if he's ready to leave because he's been given just the complete reins at Notre Dame. But I think that should be a conversation for Ohio State just because of what he can do with the culture over there. I think he's really, really great. Defense side of the ball ranked 8th in scoring at 13.6, 8 in total defense at 296.8 yards, 3rd in passing, 157.9, and 51st in rushing, 138.8. If Indiana wants to get stuff going, and I know they're a passing attack, that's where you got to attack it. You got to get a little bit of a running game going to open up the passing game, and I'll talk about Indiana here in a second. But that's their big weakness right there is they allow 138 yards, if not more, on the rushing game.
That's way too many yards.
Way too many yards. That's possession, right? That's like when you're playing the clock game, especially in a cold weather in-state rival, a lot of energy, a lot of people hating the other one because of IU versus Notre Dame, all of that stuff that's going to be happening.
It's going to be a great fucking football game, dog.
I will be at a Leslie Odom Jr. concert when this is on, and it just kills me. I'll actually miss most of this game.
This is going to be a great fucking football game.
Must get pressure on Indiana's QB as they're only generating 2.5 sacks a game. That's not enough. Linebackers Jack Kaiser and Drake Bowen, that was tough, will look to make things a little bit difficult for the QB. CB Xavier Watts must be locked in. He ready to go in the secondary. He has 5 interceptions on the year and needs probably at least 1, if not 2, to slow down Rourke, but at least get a turnover. You got to win the turnover game in this one for sure for Notre Dame. Offensively for Notre Dame, 10th most. Oh, got the Tyson. I got the Tyson. Whew. Offense 10th most productive ground game, averaging 224.8 yards with another 196.4 by air. QB Riley Leonard has 30 total TDs and accounts for 234 yards himself. Jeremiah Love has 1,145 total yards from scrimmage and must get him going in the rushing and passing game. Utilize the weapons you got in front of you, dink and duck, all of that stuff that Notre Dame's really, really good at. But
you think they can dink and dunk? You think they can dink and dunk themselves to a win versus Indiana?
No, the thing is if this game is close, I give
Indiana's
it to Indiana.
winning. Okay,
correct.
I could not agree more.
To me, Notre Dame's key to winning this game is getting out early, getting points on the board, and getting ahead in the scoring. But if it's close,
coaching matters so much,
correct.
And I trust Siggy more than Freeman in a game like this.
I do, absolutely.
I do.
Speaking of, Signetti has brought a winning culture back to IU. Yeah,
you ain't be on this shit, bro.
Yeah. First year, right? These kids are ready to run through a wall for their coach, and it shows on the field. This IU coach in his first year in Bloomington is still playing with house money. This is
Arizona State, but this is Arizona like they didn't program. They don't give a fuck.
He's already won this year. IU is back, lost one game. To me, obviously, conference stuff matters. I still kind of go why weren't they in the Big Ten Championship? But that's a whole other talk and conversation with only one loss. Now, that loss was bad.
It was a bad loss.
It was a bad loss. But
Ohio State dug in that.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, point differential became a huge thing with this one and how that worked out. But that's actually tough. I think if they had a second chance at the Big Ten Championship. Now Oregon probably would have torn that ass too because Oregon's offense is crazy. But I think they should have had the chance to do so. Offensive side of the ball, Ohio University transfer. It's weird. When you type in OU, you actually have to
Ohio, for sure.
I was like, OU, people might get confused. I might get confused. Go Bobcats.
You don't think Ohio University first?
No.
You think Oklahoma? You think for sure?
Yeah. Go Bobcats. That's where I went. So transfer has been blessing for the Hoosiers. Hoosiers.
Lord Jesus, we're sorry with our verbiage tonight, y'all. We got a lot of talking going on.
Has amassed 2,827 yards passing yard. Wow, why I said yards and yards. Season with 27 scoring throws. That was weird. When I wrote it, the person wrote instead
scoring
of touchdowns.
throws.
Like that was like, and I
you typed it in here,
and I retyped it.
You
and I was
did. I don't like that.
Like,
I don't like that.
27
I
scoring
will never
throws.
in my life call something a scoring throw. That nigga drive back and do a scoring throw. He do a. You see that nigga throw an 87-yard scoring throw?
That's crazy.
That's what they called it in like 1947 before it was a touchdown.
Back when everyone talked like this.
Oh, hey, look at that guy. He caught a 47-yard scoring throw.
He drops back.
Oh,
he drops back and scoring throw.
Hey, look at Chris Carlson with a scoring throw to Eddie Johnson.
Yeah. So 27 touchdowns.
Scoring throws.
Yeah. Main target, Elijah Sarrett is averaging over 18 yards per reception, but 4 other pass catchers have over 300 yards receiving.
I cannot believe how similar our shit is, and I didn't even look at your shit.
Yeah.
I can't believe how similar our sheet writing was, bro.
Yeah.
I'm so impressed by you. Carry on, Keebler.
Balanced attack with tandem Justice Ellison and Tyson Lawton. Not Tyson. Tyson Lawton.
Parents be doing a lot.
And I could have that as a typo, but I'm pretty sure that's what it said.
You don't.
Contributing 173 yards rushing per contest. Great balanced attack with those 2 running backs. Defensively, they rank 3rd nationally in total defense, surrendering just 244.8 yards a game. Surrendering.
That's nice.
Defensive end, Mikhail Kamara, linebacker Aiden Fisher, and safety Omre Farrell need to have a good locked-in game to slow down the Notre Dame attack. This is going to be a close one. I'm actually in the realm of 30 to 27, somewhere in that range is kind of what I'm feeling. 24, 27, something like that. I think we're going to have about a field goal game. If you're looking for that bet, like we said, I do not see 7.5 points. I actually see this more in that field goal range as far as scoring goes.
27-24 Indiana.
I like that. I like that a lot.
That could happen.
I really do.
Field goal to end it. Can you imagine Indiana going into South Bend, Notre Dame, #South Bend, and kicking a field goal to win that game?
That'll be amazing.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
This playoff might be kind of fire.
Yeah.
It might be fire.
Let's talk about some quarterfinalists. The guys that have a bye. Number 3, Boise State. Be waiting for the winner of SMU and Penn State. If Penn State plays like as they should, they could win. Boise State will more than likely have a first round bye team that is an over 10-point underdog on paper.
Don't nobody want to see Boise State versus SMU?
No.
See, that's when
that right.
See,
that's what I'm saying. Like nobody wants that.
That's when the
Thank you. Like really? Like Boise State and SMU? Some blue teams, a little bit of red.
blue fields. Don't nobody want Boise State versus SMU, bro. See, that's when the playoff starts. Guess when niggas start being like, boo this thing.
Yeah.
If games don't go right, there's going to be a lot of niggas mad.
Yeah.
Just say it.
Yeah. Biggest question will be if Ashton Genty can continue his Heisman campaign against a pretty stout Penn State defense. Controlling the clock will be the necessary thing they have to do. Run the play, let the star be the star. But what does that mean? You got to get the passing game going to allow
every time. It's the only way.
Holes going.
It's the only way. Not the holes going.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm going to shout out to Joel again. One thing that he wanted me to mention is actually Boise State's quarterback Maddox Madsen has thrown for 2,714 yards, 22 touchdowns and 3 interceptions. Very, very doesn't make mistakes kind of quarterback, right?
22 tutties and 3 picks is
Brock Purdy. Right. Like, I'm not going to make it.
Exactly.
Like, I might have a game where I do what Brock Purdy did last, in the just this past Sunday, or whatever was that, Thursday game, whatever it was, Sunday game.
Oh yeah,
where he had 300 and some yards and 3 touchdowns. But most of the time, I'm going to have maybe 1 touchdown and 170.
Two touchdowns. One of them is like a 4-yard pass, and the other for sure.
I might have done a QB sneak to get another touchdown. And you're just safe with the ball. That's what this looks like to me. In Boise State, again, the only reason I want to watch Boise State is just because I love the running back. That's like,
you've been talking about this nigga, bro. You love this guy,
dude. He's amazing. Like, he literally averages almost 200 yards a game.
Can he get them a win in a playoff game?
According to my notes, possibly.
My dog. Like, Boise State got a bye. That's so weird to me.
Thank you.
Like, that's what I'm like. See,
I'll say this: if SMU upsets Penn State, or Boise State's going to win the next game. I don't think that their defensive line will be able to slow down.
Can Penn State go into Boise State and get a W? This playoff is going to be fucking.
This side
gnarly.
of the bracket's going to be really, really interesting.
It's going to be gnarly.
Georgia.
Oh, Jesus.
Talk about that. Number 2, Georgia. Carson Beck has a UCL injury that will probably keep him out of the CFP. I saw him on the sidelines after he had that injury, and he was going back for a throw. Of course, what usually happens, defensive lineman's trying to bat the ball. His arm got bent back in a weird way. What happened to Brock Purdy in the Super Bowl was that 2 seasons ago when he tore his UCL. He had to have Tommy John surgery. Very similar injury. You saw him on the sidelines talking to one of his other players. And he just literally pointed at down the length of his arm.
I'm done.
And said, it's really bad. Like, you saw his mouth go, it's really bad. He went back into the game, but all he could do, like Brock Purdy in that Super Bowl, is hand off the ball. He did it the whole game.
I don't like Carson Beck, but I still hate that for Carson Beck.
Yeah, I hate that for it, because now, we're going into, here I go. Who's our backup quarterback for Gunnar Stockton?
They always keep themselves a Stetson Bennett on deck, don't they?
He's a 4-star recruit coming out of high school, and has completed 13 of 16 passes this season for 135 yards. He's played in 7 games the past 2 years. So if Carson Beck does not play or is not out there on the field, that's what you got. That will be interesting. That makes Georgia completely one-dimensional. At that point, as a 2 seed, I don't see them making it to the national championship.
No way.
No. Now, what Kirby Smart does is a winner in the CFP. He's 7-1 and 9-2 if you count national championship games. Winning program, culture to do it, even if the QB is. But you have some potent, high-scoring offensive in this college football playoff, and depending on how this lies, I don't see that this working. Now, luckily you're going, the bottom of the bracket to me is a little safer than the top of the bracket.
The bottom of the bracket is definitely safer than the top of the bracket. That is a perfect way to say it.
Yes, it's safer. Now, you've got some explosive offensive, but you have some teams that do not have the experience and possibly the composure to be in the spotlight they're about to be in.
Wow. Say that again. Run that back. That's very well said. Right? Run that back for the people in the back.
They don't have the experience nor possibly the composure that they should have going into this situation.
They don't know what they don't know, bro.
Exactly.
Yeah, they don't know what they don't know.
Yes. SMU, Boise State, this is a lot of exposure. Take Michigan when they made the college football playoffs the first time and went and got blown out by Alabama.
We hated that. Like, why are you guys here?
Like, damn it.
You're a couple years too early.
Exactly.
You're a couple years too early. You're going to learn from this, but you're a couple years too early. Okay, my bad. I didn't fill this section in, but we can just talk about it.
No, yeah, I kind of just put it in there.
Go ahead.
I will say this. Georgia ranks number 43 in yards per game, allowing 353.8 yards, and number 26 in points at 21.8 points a game. Their defense is not as stout as it has been.
That's horrible. That's Clemson shit. That's not great.
What Georgia was a great defensive team
that wins championships.
And with an injured QB and you're looking like this on defense, this is going to be hard. Like, this is one of those, like, an SMU could upset Georgia at that point with an injured QB. If you don't have a QB that can throw the ball.
Who do they play the winner of? SMU and
Georgia plays Notre Dame and Indiana.
Oh, they could lose that game.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Either one of those teams could be Georgia with an injured QB.
No, they might lose that game.
Right.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Indiana, IU, bro.
Let's do it. Yeah, if IU, I mean, talk about a win. If IU sneaks past Notre Dame, and honestly, Notre Dame, this is your chance. This is your chance.
To what?
What have we seen over the last 5 years, 10 years with Notre Dame is the beginning of the season, this could be Notre Dame's year, right? Finally,
I have never thought that.
I would say media.
Okay,
has
my
said
dog.
that,
Okay,
right?
okay.
I'm not saying that we thought that.
Okay.
We probably knew better, Brian Kelly.
I've never.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, we know better because it's a Kelly boy. Like, we know.
Cage fucking them Kelly boys.
Yeah, like,
I'll fucking them Kelly boys, bro, for sure.
No, but like
R. Kelly, Chip Kelly, Brian Kelly,
any of them, any of those. Don't fuck with the Kelly boys. I think most media, it's like this could be, no conference championship. All you have to do is win your schedule. They're going to have a good year this year. All of those things people have been saying about Notre Dame for 10 years. You have an extended playoff, and you're on the right side of the bracket with an injured QB Georgia and a defense that isn't as stout. Really, this is your chance. IU, you're playing with house money, so it doesn't matter.
They're not beating Indiana.
I don't think so either. But that's what I'm saying though.
So does Marcus Freeman get fired so he can go to coach Ohio State?
No, I don't think he gets fired. I think
he's
he
a
thinks
great
about
coach,
leaving.
bro. He's a great coach.
Because again, who do you go get?
It's fair. Brian Kelly again. I don't even know.
Because he's doing horrible at LSU.
Because he's horrible. Yeah. He is horrible. Don't like that guy. Moving on to picks. Are we ready for picks?
Yeah.
Not yet. You got more?
No, I'm good.
Let's go.
I was about to. Yeah, picks. Bottom of the bracket to me is where the champion's going. Besides Oregon, like bottom of the bracket is the easiest guidance. So Penn State. This is a chance to get to a semifinal of this if you actually play great football. If you don't have the FF,
but you will have the FF.
You have the FF.
You have the F
because you have the F. Oregon to me is number one for a reason. They have a really, really great team this year. Like, it's hard to
Oregon is the best team in college football.
Correct.
Will you go win the next 3 or 4 games to go undefeated the rest of the season? I don't know. But you have the best team in college football. The top part of that bracket, you have some great, great teams that you have to really watch out for. I mean, you have Oregon, you're going against the winner Tennessee and Ohio State. Neither one of them are punks.
Neither one of them are punks. Like, you have to be ready to play.
You got Texas up there.
Texas up there, because I think they'll beat Clemson. To me, they would beat Arizona State. And you're having a rematch at that point. Like, why not?
You're right.
Like, I think that
you're right.
Oregon's going to have a tough go, but again, they are the best team on paper.
They're the best team in the country.
Period.
Not on paper. They're the best team on the field too.
Correct.
They're the best football team.
Correct. So, I will say, SMU's offense is very, very explosive.
Facts. But they have to get out early.
They have to get out early.
They have to get out early against Penn State. If they can sneak by, get to Boise State, they can absolutely beat Boise State to me. And now SMU is in the semifinal.
Correct. Number 11 SMU.
See, that's that shit I'm talking about, bro. Like, a player gets hurt, somebody goes down, a fumble here and there, some snow. Like, shit could get very, very fucking weird out here.
Yeah.
And your national championship game could be like SMU versus Georgia.
Oh, are we actually talking about Colts?
I mean, a little something. I put some stuff in there. We don't got to go too deep, but I put some stuff in there.
Picks, man. I'm sorry. I just was scrolling down. I just had left it blank. I thought we were just gonna say fuck them.
Oregon, we can very well skip all of that shit. I just put some shit in there because it was blank. I don't know. It's really tough to not think Oregon's going to go to the national championship. And the bottom of the bracket, I would probably say that. Wow, that is so weird. Who's coming out of there? Not Georgia. Pops, I literally have
Where's your semifinalists?
I literally have no freaking idea. Like the top 4, or is that the final 4?
Your top 4. So who's coming out? Who are the 2 teams coming out of the top spot of the bracket? Who are your top teams?
Oregon, Texas.
Okay.
Oregon, Texas versus.
This is the weird one.
Versus. Wow, I cannot put
IU
SMU, Georgia. SMU,
I don't
IU.
see Georgia getting past with the injury.
SMU, IU.
SMU, IU.
SMU, IU. And then Georgia's going to play. I'm sorry, Oregon's gonna play IU for the national championship, and there's gonna be your Big Ten championship game that you wanted.
There you go.
There you go. And that I have no idea what much of that.
And that's actually a
that
possibility.
is so ugly down there, bro.
And that's actually a possibility.
Like a very good possibility.
Yeah.
Because they're going to beat Georgia, and they could definitely beat Penn State again, and then go to the national championship against Oregon.
Absolutely.
So you have two Big Ten teams in the national championship?
Yep.
Fuck it. Let's go for it. Go Sig. What do you think? What do you think?
That's basically my thought. Like that bottom side of the bracket.
It is really bad.
It's strange.
Strange.
Yes.
Because it's very top heavy.
Correct.
All right. 317 Sports Project. That is the College Football Playoff Breakdown 2024. We have no idea what's going to happen, but it's going to be dope. I'm actually more excited now that we talked about it, more than NBA and college, or more than NBA and NFL, which we're going to talk about in a second when we come back after this message. It's Naptown News. We fucking can't wait. 317 Sports Project. We'll be back in a second.
We're brothers, we're happy and we're singing and we're colored. Give me a high five.
Welcome back to the 317 Sports Project, presented by Clean Kicks, our second sponsor, Columbus, Ohio's #1 premium sneaker treatment shoe cleaning service. We clean kicks, we paint kicks, we do ISO restoration and a bunch of other services. The shoebox, which is Clean Kicks on Wheels, is officially on the streets, meaning we do pick up and drop off, along with the ability to pull up to an event and be the life of the party. Premium sneaker treatment for premium sneakerheads. Do yourselves a favor and give us a follow on Instagram at cleankicks.614.
Yeah.
Yeah. Naptown News. The Indianapolis Colts, 6-7, consistently up and down. Just let me say this right here. Just let me say this one part, and then we can go on. Their season went like this. Lost 2, won 2, lost 1, won 2, lost 3, won, lost 1. That sounds like the code to get 30 men on Contra.
Up, up, down, down, left, left, right, right, up, down, left, right.
Select start.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. I have a bunch of other notes in here, but I'm not even going to say them. We decided to basically say, beat the Denver Broncos, and we'll fucking consider talking about you.
That's it.
Moving on. Naptown News, Indiana Pacers. What you got over here, bro?
Released Moses Brown already. As they go shopping for a better backup center. They suck.
They suck.
10-15, ninth in the East, and the East sucks. So if you suck that bad in the East, then you suck.
They suck.
They suck.
They really fucking suck bad.
Yeah.
Fine print.
Right.
Fine print. What you got in here, bro?
Jay-Z allegations?
Listen to his music now. Listen to the
Get it
niggas.
out the way
Listen to
now.
the niggas catalog. Listen to everything Jay-Z you can listen to right now, because if it's about to get dark, I'm gonna have to cancel Jay-Z, and then pretty much all of my childhood, music-wise, is going to be fucked. So television shows with the Cosby Show is fucked. Music is low-key fucked, and if this shit about Jay-Z is real, then my music is literally about to be fucked.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the people that did, he fucked.
Right.
Straight up.
We said, he asked me before we started, do we think Jay-Z did it? And I said, if he didn't, he knows who. You don't run in those circles with what's going on with the Diddy stuff and not know things. A lot of stuff is going to be exposed. Jay-Z and Beyonce's name have been talked about for probably the last 3-ish years about little stuff here and there.
Illuminati's.
All of that stuff. So
all the stuff.
We'll see.
Fuck, man.
And on a lighter note, WNBA welcomed the Valkyrie.
Welcome, Valkyrie. Is that Golden State?
Yeah.
The Golden State Valkyrie?
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah, they had their draft. I forget who they got off of the Fever. Wasn't somebody that really plays.
So why'd they get a draft?
What?
What do you mean?
Expansion, you get to pick. That's usually what, even in the NBA, you get to pick. You have to put up one of your players off of your own roster to allow an expansion team to come in.
Oh, that makes sense.
So obviously, like, they got somebody from the Fever, Like they basically build their roster off of girls that don't play on the other teams.
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay. They're gonna be shitty
For a little while, yeah.
Yeah, that's why they be shitty.
Yeah, get a couple few first round picks, release them, get a couple more first round picks.
That's how it be.
That's how it be.
That's how it be.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, you're the Las Vegas Aces.
Correct. Yeah,
You do that enough times. Do that enough times, you'll be the Las Vegas Aces or the New York Liberty. For real. All right.
Well,
that's the show.
that's it.
That's that. Wow.
Hey, and hour 11.
Unbe-fucking-leavable. I thought this shit was gonna be 2 hours. I'm very proud of us. This shit will drop on Friday. The playoffs don't even start for another week, right?
Yeah, we got plenty of time.
That's dope. Make sure that I post like 3 videos and we put like some money on them, blah blah blah, over the next week.
To get some
for sure.
Yeah,
for sure. We need that push.
Yep.
We'll see you guys on Friday. This is the dope ass episode. Can't wait to share with you. Great content. Very well done, bro. I'm proud of you on your research. You fucking crushed it.
This'll probably maybe we'll see you after Christmas. Because I don't know that I want to record the week.
I'm not
of Christmas.
recording a week of Christmas. We're chilling. We may check in with some niggas, but I'm not
so
recording. We'll see you in January.
We'll see you in January.
We'll
so
see
this is our holiday episode. We'll
Merry
see you
Christmas.
Happy New Year.
Take care of your people. Have some great gifts. Fuck out of here. Eggnog. See you niggas in the new year.
Boom.
Holla.
Cause I was like 2 years old, first time I heard a beat drop. Yeah. And by 3 years old, I'm learning how to beatbox. Yeah. 4 or 5 years old when I'm putting on the 45s. Final. Needle to the groove, I'm scratching up the sweet spots. Homie from the East Block, in Naptown where the fiends flock. Skip school all day, mama couldn't keep watch. Fresh fade with the Reeboks. Man, nah, nigga couldn't tell me nothing. I'm so sick in my own lane, preteen, pippin' all the light skin, red bone loving. Boombox on with the headphones bumping, dreaming to find my niche. Cause I ain't really know back then when I picked up my first notebook and a black pen, that little nigga with a rhyme like this. I wasn't thinking to the days of a dope band, new EPs on a compact disc. Nah, shit, truth be told, I ain't know I could sound like this. For me back then, it was
all a dream. It was all a dream. It was all a dream. It was all a dream. It was all a dream. It was all a dream.
And this shit right here be the proof dreams do come true. And this shit right here be the proof dreams do